Welcome back to the music production series on Todd Audio. Today is my song Should Have Stayed Part 2. I have some video clips I've put together for it over the past couple weeks, and I'm going to start with one of me working on the Korg Minilog XD for the verse of the song. So I wanted to kind of vary up the note structure a little bit on the verse just to make the song have a little bit of more variety, since it was kind of a very repeated loop that I liked, but nothing wrong with throwing in some variety. So I duplicated the previous track and I deleted out the part over the verse. And then initially I just recorded that track, but then to make it blend more, I went back and I started out playing the previous loop and then transitioned into the verse and then left off playing part of the previous loop. So then when I was editing, I would be able to kind of blend the two a little bit easier. After that, I wanted to kind of bring the drums out a little bit more, which was actually something one of my followers commented. So thank you, Sprague, for your comment. I totally agree. And when I started the song, I was using a drum template, which fit pretty well. But the more the song built out and more synth layers were added, you're right, it did kind of wash out some of the drums on the previous video. So I really appreciate you pointing that out. And I did actually go back and start looking into the snare and the kick drum and kind of layering some samples or looking for other samples to switch it up to really make those fit in the mix more and kind of come out some more. So this first clip is me working through the kick, and I think on this clip I actually did have another snare in there too, but this is the kick. On this next clip, I went back and I actually went through some more snare samples and was still kind of trying to decide. And I think I still am, but I got the song in a better place now with the kick and the snare coming out more. So I'll go back later and probably maybe revisit it. It's kind of growing on me how it is. But let's take a look at the snare clip now. In this part, after finding some of the samples I liked, I'm just working on mixing the drums a little bit more. They were a little loud at that point, so I turned them down a bit. And then on the snare, I liked the tone of it a lot. And same for the kick, really. I think both of those samples, I ended up shortening it, making it cut off quicker, so making the fade come in sooner so that the sample actually sounds shorter than it actually is. And just to me kind of made it fit in that mix a little bit better. this point, it was getting pretty late in the day, and I had an idea to pull out the glockenspiel, which I just like to mess around with sometimes and get ideas. But I thought, well, I wonder what some bell sounds would sound like in the song. And I actually kind of liked the way it did sound. Since it was getting late in the day, I didn't really experiment with recording it into the song. I might go back and do it. It's originally not really the direction I was planning on going, but it might be a little interesting thing to add in. I'm really on the fence with it though, because I don't know if I want to do something that extreme to really change up kind of the vibe of it, but at the same time it does have a pretty unique sound. Anyway, here's a clip of me just messing around with some of those ideas.
I don't know what you think you wanted. You don't know who you think you're done with. It's going away. Oh, it was all in my head. You should have stayed. Oh, I'm going to bed now. I can hear you crying now. I'll be here just lying down. Too much that I'm thinking about.
Then I decided to try something I really haven't done a lot of yet, and I thought it'd be a good fit for this song to start experimenting with it, which is layering vocal takes together. And I don't mean harmonizing, because I've done some of that in past songs, but I just mean doing the same take a few times and then layering those to kind of make it fill out more. So you can pan one to the left and one to the right and one in the center. You can adjust the volumes to maybe make the ones pan to the left and right a little quieter. So the idea is to make it still sound like one overall take, but have more oomph to it to really kind of fill it out in the mix. And since this song has a lot going on, I thought it'd be a good fit.
I don't know what you think you wanted. You don't know who you think you're done with.
In this take, you can see me open up the lane view in Ableton Live, which just shows all the takes. So I did this just for the chorus first, and I just looped it. I used loop recording to loop it over and over. So I was able to turn the record on a loop without having to go back and click record every time. So it just looped, and every time the loop restarted, I was able to re-sing the chorus and just keep going until I started getting a little worn out from it. So I stopped, and then I had several different chorus takes that I was able to select from. I thought I'd unhook the camera mic and hook up a line in going from my audio output on my mix into the camera mic, so you're able to hear more of what I'm hearing through the headphones combined with my live take that I'm doing. So you can actually hear both layers, because I have my previous track that I'm singing to and trying to get it to sync up well. And then in mixing, the two layers won't be quite as obvious, and there will likely be three or more than just two. But the idea is to kind of mix it so that they blend really well. Unless I want to bring one out more and kind of make it sound like it's clear that there's multiple takes. So it really just opens up a lot of opportunity, I think, for me. If I want to keep one take, I can do one take. I can pick the best out of all the ones I've done, or I can mix and blend them however I want.
Crying out, I'll be here just lying down. Too much that I'm thinking about, telling you I'm fine now. I get up and walk around, this is nothing to me now. Go ahead and let me down, I keep going through it now. Don't think you should worry about something that I'm used to now. Don't get in a what you want, girl, it's what I need. I'm real about feeling what you want. It's what I need. I'm real about feeling what you want. Yeah, I got it for you, so I don't know what you think you want.
Now I'm going to play a mix of the song where it's at so far. You'll be able to hear the difference between the blended vocal takes and then the remaining raw takes from the previous video where it's just one track. The first chorus in this mix is a blended take, and the left track's panned a little bit to the left as I described, and the right's panned a little right, and the center track is the main track with the volume higher. The left and right are lower in volume just to kind of supplement and fill out that track a little bit more. When it gets to the verse, it starts out with another blended take, which probably needs a little bit of work, and it's going to cut out. So when it cuts out in the verse, toward the end of the verse, you'll hear the difference where it transitions into back to just one vocal take rather than the blended version. And then finally, the last chorus is still the old version of the chorus, so there's no blended vocal takes. It's just one track, just one raw take. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. For the music production series, this is the last episode for this song that I plan on doing, but I do plan on doing more music production series videos for other upcoming songs. For this song, I thought about adding other parts and more to it, but I really like the concept, and I decided just to keep it simple. I like where it's gone so far. I've done a lot of things I haven't done in the past, I think, so there's a lot that's new to me, and I think there's some things that are unique in it as it is, so I decided, you know, it's good where it's at. I really like it, and probably don't want to overdo it, but let me know your thoughts on that. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. As always, please subscribe. Thanks for watching Todd Audio, and have an awesome day.